Okay, so before I get started with the video, here's a few affirmations for becoming that girl. I handle myself with care as I am becoming. I embrace the space between where I am and where I want to be. I am the architect of my life, and I am capable of creating the life I deserve. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah V, and today I'm going to be talking about becoming that girl and giving you a few steps or tips on how to become that girl. Okay, so when I think of that girl, I think of someone who's self-fulfilled, a girl who's like actively going after the dream life that she desires or the person that she wants to be. And I think that girl can be whoever you decide it to be. It's not necessarily like just this one picture of that girl. That girl it doesn't have to be someone who's like luxurious or someone who lives this like fancy lifestyle. It can be the person that you envision. So that girl is different for every girl out there. And I think the first thing that you need to do in order to become that girl is identify who that girl is to you. Like the girl I see as that girl is definitely going to be different than the girl that you see as that girl. So sit down with yourself and visualize. Visualize who you see as that girl. And I think the easiest way to do that too is to just get on Instagram and start looking at the people who you follow. Most likely you're following someone who is already in the position that you want to be in the future. And you can just look at your timeline and start to see the characteristics that are similar with the women that you follow or whoever you follow online, and start to write it down. Like, this person that I follow, I really like the fact that they are, they dress a certain way, and you can describe the way that they dress. You can describe how they carry themselves. Once you have everything written down, it's going to sort of be like a blueprint of that girl. And then you can move on to the next step. I feel like the next step for me would be figuring out, what girl are you right now? Since you're not that girl and you're working towards getting away from this girl, what girl are you right now? I think the best way to do that is to start tracking your days. Figure out from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to sleep, what are you doing? And once you start writing those things down, you'll figure out the type of habits that you have, how you're spending your time. And this, if I believe you do it for like 3 days, you'll get a really good understanding of who you are in this moment, and the habits that you have in this moment. So that will allow you to lead into the next thing, which is to start unlearning, because you're going to want to unlearn those habits that you have now and replace them with the habits of that girl. So you see where it comes, into play, where you have to make sure you have the things written down for that girl, and then also have the things written down for the girl you are now, because you're going to have to start to switch over, and you're going to start replacing them one at a time. Like, you don't want to just jump and be like, okay, right now I wake up late, I eat really unhealthy, and I do this, that, and the third. And then you try to switch everything over. No, like you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna feel everything that comes with failure, which is like shame. You're gonna feel regret. You're gonna start to think like, is this really even working? Is it necessary? All of that. So it's better to just take it one step at a time. Figure out one thing that you can change, or not even change, but add into the current schedule that you have, and then start to move with that thing each day. Like, becoming that girl is not going to happen overnight. It takes time, and it takes a lot of time, because it took you so many years and so many experiences to learn the habits that you have now and that you're comfortable in, and it's going to take you a very long time to transition out of those habits or to replace those habits with new ones. So say, for instance, you want to start, I don't know, journaling. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go back and look at who you are now, and find a time in your schedule where maybe, you know, every time you wake up, you have coffee in the morning, and you realize like that's something that's very consistent. What you're going to want to do is, if you want to start journaling and you feel like that's a habit of that girl, you want to add that into your current routine. So when you have coffee, you're now going to say, you know what, I'm going to leave a pen and a pad or a journal in the kitchen where I usually sit down and have coffee. And then you already naturally get up, go and have coffee. Now you have that journal there and you're like, all right, I'm going to do a page a day. And it's going to be something that is already in your current schedule. And as you go along, you're going to start to, little by little, replace those habits, those old habits that you have, and start inserting new ones in it. Once you start adding those new habits into your schedule, it's going to slowly start to change the way that you feel, the way that you act, and slowly but surely you'll start transitioning into that girl that you want to become. When you're becoming that girl, I think it's important for you to understand that you don't want to chase happiness. Don't chase it. You want to express happiness. The life that you're creating should be one that's filled with things that you love, filled with people that you love, so that you're always exuding happiness. And it's not like something that's fake. It's something that's already within you, because the people that you keep around you, the types of foods that you eat, down to, you know, the things that you wear, things that you put on your body, it makes you genuinely feel happy. When you're trying to become that girl, it's important for you to have, you know, things in your life that are in alignment with the life that you want to lead. So if it doesn't make you happy, and if it doesn't fit into the world that you're trying to create, then it's important for you to let it go. I'll say this, once you start to become that girl, things are going to start to go away naturally. People, different activities that you like to do, the different types of standards, the standard that you have for your life, a lot of those things are going to change, because you're going to constantly be growing, you're going to constantly be learning, and things that don't fit into your new life are going to fall away. So you have to be prepared for that, and understand, like, when you become a new person, new things come along with that. You can't always take the old things with you. I think the biggest secret to becoming that girl is to prioritize yourself. That means putting yourself first, investing in yourself, having people around you in your life that you love, that want to see you happy, who have your best interests at hand. It's basically living the life that you want to live, how you want to live it. So I hope these tips helped you in your journey to becoming that girl. If you have any more tips, you can leave them down below. Let's help each other out with learning how to become that girl, or the girl that we want to be. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.